Come down off your throne and leave your body low. Somebody's got to change. It's a good song. It's got a lot of words. A lot of I can't keep up. I'll give you a short one. You could figure out who that is and then go from there. That's Blind Faith, for those of you that want to know. I'm Mike works. Someone's gonna say something. No, the stuff that's the world's gone mad. People are going crazy. The world is full of Karens, and I've got to say, Karens. It's bad. Karens run in these leadership positions a lot of times. They'll get in these positions where they feel that empowered and they can change things and manipulate others and make them miserable because their lives are miserable. So they have to use their powers in these positions. Like it could be anything from a PTO. It could be the what's that? The HOA. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about. They get in those positions for a reason so that they can make your life miserable. Especially if they don't see eye to eye and your political views would be even worse. And they would make up anything they wanted to just to try and ruin your life. That's just the way it is. So you got to deal with it. Anyway, but there's a lot of those, and then there's There's a lot of other crazy things. But now, do you think, way I'm going to spin this, I want to share this with you, but it's just a thought. The way I want to spin this is not always in the best light, but it needs to get done by someone because no one's going to say it. And it needs to get pointed out. Now, we had recently had 2 shootings involving Marines. And I felt, since I'm a Marine, it would make more sense if I discussed it more in my way of thinking here. So I figured I would share. Hopefully it helps. All right. The North Carolina ordeal. I just want to give my take on that real quick, and then I'm going to move on to the other one. That guy was very troubled. And if you listen to his story, if you listen to him over this time span where he's talked, and people have been listening, but no one's really, and he even wrote a book called Headshots, or Headshot. I believe he got a metal plate put in his head, and because he'd been shot. So, well, all the things that he said, it's kind of like what my kids tell me all the time. Like how important family is. Me and my kids, we talk about this all the time. Family. Like all the other crap in the world, it doesn't matter who you deal with every single day of your life. If you have someone to come home to, if you have someone to vent to, talk to, share your feelings with, you look at life differently than everybody else. People probably see me as whatever they want to see me as, oh, he's one of them prepper guys. So what? So, it's like, why would that turn me to something else? I get that a lot. I get that quite a bit. Well, you're one of those. I'm one of those what? What am I exactly? What, a guy who served his country and then collects stuff? I'm more of a collect stuff kind of, if anything. But it doesn't mean anything. But having family and someone to vent yourself to every day. This person didn't have anyone that was actively involved in his life. He was alone. And what happens when you're alone, you have time to think, way too much time to think. And then your whole system comes unwired. And the kind of things that you would hear him say, because I listened to a few of his little videos just to be on the safe side. I was like, I wanted to know more about, but you won't understand someone in their perspective because you can't think crazy enough to join them on their roller coaster. It's not possible for you to be able to get on board with that. It's not going to happen. Unless you're completely crazy, you won't be able to get it. But from the talks, where all he seemed to talk about was his friends that had died. It's like, there's plenty of signs here that someone needed to do something. It was a cry for help. And nobody did anything. There was other people who heard. And then finding out later on from other people, things should have been done for the other guy as well, because he was talking crazy. But now, this kind of falls into another category here, because we'd already talked about how the transgender shootings, the ones where it's usually that case, and everybody says like some left-wing person, now you have a right-wing person, or whatever the case is. So if you have like this, this left-wing stereotype and does all these types of ordeals, what is the psyops in that? You know what I mean? There's more to this. It's once you peel back, it's like an onion. You start peeling back all the layers and start discovering some crazy stuff inside. But you've got to peel back the layers to really understand what's taking place here. Like, is it like one of those things that's like activate the Democratic organization of shooters, the crazies, activate them now. Is this one of those MK Ultra things? I love doing that with you guys, because I know a few of you are just going to chuckle right now. You're like, all right, there he goes again. A tinfoil hat. Is it one of those, or is this a case of like their cheese was falling off their cracker and it finally slid all the way off? One of those types of things. But does it fit a bigger scenario? Because we want to just grab the guns, don't we? We want to take the guns. We want to get those guns away from anyone. Just take them, And how do we get the guns? How do we get the guns, folks? How do you get them? You start creating chaos. You start creating situations, and you don't let a good crisis go to waste. You have to make a crisis. You have to make a situation. It becomes a crisis. And this is an epidemic. This is a crisis. You know what I mean? We start using the words and you start seeing it fall into play. And then that's when the policies start falling into play. You start seeing more. It's like, there should be more gun laws. Maybe you should enforce the gun laws we already have. How many gun laws do you need? But now we're just going straight to banning people from getting guns. So now we've established mental health is also affiliated with these groups of people. So they are not allowed to buy guns anymore. So now what's next? Who's next on the list? Let's see here. What can we do? How about them veterans? Those veteran guys need to get some guns banned in them too. Let's come on over here, little fingers of, I'm just saying. I mean, you've got to have some type of, and it's all like some sort of, they've got to have the pattern type of paper trail, some type of thing to get the ball rolling in the right direction so that they can start grabbing all the guns. And then pretty soon it goes after everybody. Well, that crime thing's really bad. We probably should go take those too. But this situation with it's the people jump way too fast, start claiming that this other Marine in Michigan was he's far right, that he's a Trump supporter, but it's actually just photoshopped images because nobody can wait. They start coming up with stuff. They Photoshop something. I got a great idea. Let's Photoshop some images of him wearing a Trump shirt. Dude, stop. Just stop it. All the made up stuff. That the cat did 4 years in the Marines. I mean, This had nothing to do with him being in the Marines. This was more to do about his personal beliefs, and he believed that Mormons were the Antichrist. That's what he believed, and that's what was shared a few times. And anyone that had talked to him said he would have done anything for you and took care of you and all this other stuff. So, stand up guy, they said. But this one day, there's more to the story, something involving family, I'm sure, something that's deeper than just, we've got to stop those Mormons. That's not what the case is here. And that was just his signing off. And a lot of people who do these acts, they're signing off. This is the goodbye for them, and they're signing off, but they're going to take everybody with them. This is what I'm going to be known for. Like, why? It doesn't make any sense to me, because you can't think crazy, so you won't understand why they do the things that they do. But the people who jumped on and instantly started bad-mouthing Mormons, I have to touch on that too, because anything in the Christian community, I kind of feel like it's necessary to stand up for, because Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, Jesus Christ is literally in the name, folks. It is a Christian church. It's not. I know the Mormon title had been kind of a stereotype thing, with a guy marrying 6 wives or something like that, but it was all a bunch of, that LDS has steered in a whole nother direction of what people stereotype them as. So, and they're big in the preparedness community, and you can even get food storage from them. They even have a site for it. You can actually buy food storage from those people. It's like, to be able to say that you're come up with all this baloney, and it's like, dude, why? Why would you? The bodies aren't even cold. Someone got shot. Someone got killed. And we're going to go over here and start talking about, well, they're not even, how do you read a book? It's just like, it's a shame, isn't it? It really is. But this is my 2 cents on it. I think, in a conspiracy sense, because I like to do both. I like to say, hey, look, there's a government entity that says it's time to get rid of the guns, and the only way to be able to do it is that we have to activate our programmed robots now. Go activate them. Okay, good. So we're activating them to cause chaos. Project Mayhem, done. And then, you've got your other side of the coin. It's just a lot. It all chalks up to mental health, and the world's gone crazy. If you haven't noticed and looked outside lately. And then you could also chalk it up as the revelation side of things if you wanted to, because I like to do that as well. It's, he's coming for his children. He's coming for his flock, and they're leaving and they're going home. And we're about to enter into something even crazier, because because most of the loyal Christians are saying adios. And then you're really gonna see some funky stuff. That's my other take on it. And hopefully you guys feel me. You don't think I'm crazy. All right. That's it. That's all I got. Please share, and God bless you guys. Take care.